Good. And then sit up nice and tall. So I mentioned earlier we're going to do non-sleep, what was it called? Non-sleep rest, deep sleep meditation. So it's a little bit different than our yoga nidras. It's not as long. It's about a 5-minute practice. So we'll do this today as part of our guided rest and relaxation practice. So I invite you to get comfortable. So that might mean getting on the couch, laying on the floor, getting snuggy in your chair, okay? Somehow you get someplace where you can enjoy this meditation for the next 5 minutes. So welcome to this 5-minute non-sleep deep rest meditation. So get comfortable. You may need to shrug some shoulders, move some arms, some legs. You may need to adjust a little bit. And sometimes for veterans, it's hard to be still. If you need to move, it's perfectly fine. You can move during this practice. I invite you to close the eyes or gaze softly, or if you need to, keep the eyes open. Maybe have the eyes gazing down towards the floor. So let's get the eyes comfortable and relax. Let's begin here by taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. So let's do that. Breathe in and then slowly out. Let's do another one again. Breathing in, slowly out. All you have to do is listen to my voice. Good. One more deep breath in and slowly, slowly out. And now let's allow the body to completely relax, to soften. From here, let's bring awareness to your feet. See if you can feel the big toes of both feet. And then the little toes of both feet. Be aware of the arches of each foot and the heels. And again, slowly breathing in, slowly breathing out. Let's become aware of our ankles. And then slowly move that awareness to the lower legs, feeling the calf muscles, the shins. And let your consciousness, your awareness, slowly drift up your legs, moving into the knee joints. And now feeling the knees, both in the front and in the back. And let's allow that breath to continue to flow naturally. Let's bring that awareness. Let's move it up and into the thighs, feeling the quadriceps, the front of the legs, and the hamstrings at the back of your legs. And then gradually, let's bring that awareness into our hip joints. Be aware of the hip joint. Let's be aware of the backside, the pelvic floor, and the groin. Then let's move our attention, our awareness up into the abdomen, as well as that low back. Let's be aware of that feeling into the lower segment of our torso. Noticing the belly and that midsection of the back. Notice those areas. Again, breathing in, breathing out. Let's notice the chest, the heart, and that mid-back. Bring all your awareness into the chest, the heart, and the mid-back. And let's shift that awareness to way up into our shoulders. Yeah, and then flow it down the upper arms, down the elbows, the forearms, into the wrists, the palms, the back of the palms. Breathing in, breathing out. Then feeling the thumbs of both hands, the index fingers, the middle fingers, the ring fingers, and the little fingers. Let's shift from our hands to the front of our throat and the back of our neck. Notice the chin, the jaw, the lips, the nose. And then watching the breath as you breathe in, as you breathe out. Noticing your forehead. Be aware of the crown of your head, at the top of the head. And then let's bring into our awareness the entire body, the whole body, as it's connected from the crown of the head all the way down to the tips of the toes. Be aware of and be connected to the whole body. Be very interested. Now, as you bring that awareness into the whole body, I invite you to, again, engage in a slow, deep breath. So together, let's breathe in. And if you can, through the nose or out through the mouth. And again, breathing in. Let's become aware of the hands and the feet. Let's move those hands and feet a little bit. Maybe a heel lift here and there, a little calf pump, a little rotation of the wrists. And in fact, bring the hands together, interlace the hands, and let's draw a number 8 with our clasped hands. Nice and slow. And let's reverse that. So we're coming out of our non-sleep deep rest into a little bit of movement, coming back into the body. Very good. We'll do our hand tapping sequence next, and then we'll do our gratitude practice to end our class. So let's tap the sides of the pinky. That helps with lessening headaches, vertigo. And if you're slowly coming out of that non-sleep deep rest, take your time. Join us when you're ready. Again, you do this for about a minute or 100 times to stimulate the heart meridian. Very good. Let's move it into the interwebs of the thumb. So that's for digestive disorders or nausea. So you tap into that webbing